So now we will be having a panel discussion for alumni from higher colleges of technology. They will talk us about untraditional paths of career. In pharmacies, they are pharmacists, and I believe you will enjoy a lot. I will hand over the moderation to Dr. Heba. Please welcome her to the stage. She is well-rounded associate professor. She has her master's and PhD in pharmaceutical sciences, and she has postgraduate certificate in clinical research. She is having more than 15 years of experience. She will lead this and moderate this session with two beautiful alumni from higher colleges of technology. Dr. Ohood, Abulkarim, and Dr. Aisha Sultan. Please welcome them to the stage.
Thank you, Rafa. Thank you for the
Thank you.
introduction.
How are you?
I'm good. All good.
Very happy meeting you today.
Me too. Hello, Ohood. Hello, Aisha. How are you doing?
Hi, everyone. Morning.
Hi, good morning. Good
Hi, how are
afternoon
you?
here.
Afternoon, actually.
Good day. Let's say good day. Yes.
Yeah.
I will leave you. I will leave the floor for you, and I'll be there enjoying your session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rafa.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you,
So in the beginning, welcome everyone. I'm really excited and happy being with you. This kind of conferences, I used to the scientific conferences a lot, but this kind of conferences where we are sharing our experiences and talks about our stories, our challenges, this human touch make this conference really special. I'd like to have this session we are talking about career. So I'm here representing the stage before career, not about education. So I wanted to be here to listen, to have suggestion, to have idea, and to share with you our experience and what your expectation of the pharmacy education in the future as well. So if you allow me, before introducing my beautiful ladies, if I could have a question in your mind until we finish our talk, uh, if you can share with us how your education prepared you well for your job or for the job market, or what do you think was missing or you would like to have if you will go back in time and have the education again? What's missing that you wanted to study in your undergraduate degree in pharmacy? Okay, I'll be waiting for your comments, please, to take it into consideration and help others. So let me now introduce Dr. Aisha and Dr. Ahoud. Dr. Aisha and Dr. Ahoud I'm very proud to be with you in this session. They are very successful ladies graduated from HCT. Dr. Aisha is a scientific office and government affairs manager in Johnson & Johnson in Middle East. And Dr. Ahoud is innovation section head in Dubai municipality. So this is two extremely new things for us with innovation and this type of work and jobs. If you can take us more into details to know about it, Dr. Aisha.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having us. I'm so excited for today's conversation, and I'm looking forward for the audience question, to be honest, more than our conversation, because I would like to get the insight from the audience of what they all would like to look at the especially at the pharmacy or the pharmacist job in the future. So that's a really good insight to take in and reflect back. So for your questions, again, my name is Aisha Almuhairi. I'm the scientific office executive affair manager for Johnson & Johnson Middle East. So what is scientific office? To basically just to comment on that question, to just reflect back on scientific office. So the multinational companies here in UAE slash in Dubai, they have established their offices, which is licensed by Ministry of Health, and they have a need to dedicate a scientific office manager, which should not be a local, but I was the first local to be hired in the company, and again the first one to be hired as a scientific office manager in UAE. So that's a big honor, to be honest, for me to be the pioneer of the local Emiratis here to be in the private sector. So I have two roles. One is for scientific office, which is mostly what is dedicated by the law of the country, by the Ministry of Health to obey and to comply, which is reporting of adverse reaction, to report to Ministry of Health of the movement of the products in the country, and etc. And anything that's the ministry basically ask from the company to report back. And aside from that, my other role is government affairs. So government affairs basically the body which is in the company that deals with the external affairs of with the different stakeholder, where they are the government stakeholder, which is again the ministry, the other health authority body that is allocated here in UAE, or the private sector and other government authorities like Ministry of Economy, debate chambers, so those kind of entities as well, and other stakeholders that would like to know more about the company, and again to collaborate on different aspects. So it's not always related to pharmaceutical activities, which is like registration, marketing, and we do have those kind of activities. But aside from that, we do have other activities as well, which is related with the other government entities related of promoting the footprint of the company here in UAE.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And Dr. Ahood, you have like a nice title, Innovation
Uh,
Head. Can you take us more deeper into this title? What do you do
yeah,
actually?
actually, my main role and responsibility around four main pillars: innovation, intellectual property, ideation, knowledge. So in the innovation, I am mostly working in establishing and managing the biomunicipality innovation strategy, and managing innovation and knowledge ecosystem, developing initiative to spread awareness around DM, also setting the foundation and criteria for evaluating innovative project, build innovation project profile, managing effective innovation partnership with the innovation lab and entities. Also, in the intellectual parts, I am developing and managing the intellectual property rights system, managing the registration of IP with the Ministry of Economy. And in the third ideation pillar, I am managing and developing suggestion system, raise awareness of the importance of ideation and how it's contribute in evolving the business. In the knowledge developing knowledge initiative and activities, develop the organization knowledge and involving community in sharing knowledge, link the R&D with the innovation and knowledge environment ecosystem. Also, I am member in five teams. I am vice chairman of the Dubai Future team, vice chairman of the evaluation of financial suggestion committee, member in the Emirati Intellectual Property Leaders Program, member in the protection of intellectual property right and committee, member in the Dubai Municipality Internal Audit team. So my work is involved around variety of field, the innovation, knowledge, and ideation and intellectual properties.
Yeah, interesting because I think it's very broad. So you did not narrow yourself in a pharmacy field, but still the innovation touches the health sector with the pharmacy and all the aspects. Now it's the magic word of the time in the innovation and innovative solution. Agree.
Yeah,
So
no, the innovation is involved around every business. So any
yeah, true.
business you want to you want to gain a great result from it or added value, you should involve the innovation.
Yeah. You know what I like about pharmacy? It's flexible. You can have a variety of work fields, but sometimes the students or the young students, especially, if they just narrow the scope or they narrow the lens, if they just open it wide, they will see a lot. There are much fields you can work in. Thank you
I
for the
would
brief
add
description. Yes.
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to comment as well on the innovation part because again, I think even the multinational companies they invest a lot in innovations, whether it's
Yeah.
about whether it's about the digital platforms or the initiative itself, how to make the innovation more holistic and more branded for the country and even on a global perspective. So that's as well where multinational companies collaborate with the government
True.
to partner to showcase the innovation that they have as well. So that's a great area where the multinational companies can come in. So good that we have government and private sector discussion today where we can
Yes.
reflect on both aspects as well. So from innovation perspective, again, there's a lot of tons of investment that the private companies do as well and showcase and like special platforms that the government provide, which is a great opportunity.
True. So, ladies, can you tell us how did you start? Yani, what was your motivation? How did you start this career path? Was it your first choice, or did you tried other stuff, then go back to this? Was it a chance, or you were planning? And give some yani, tips or advice tips for the audience, how they can think of their career path, how they change, how they upgrade. If Ahood, if you can start.
Okay, so I start by studying this whole path. I didn't have it in my mind, but it is all due to future event and my passion to learn new things. So I start by having a bachelor of pharmacy from the Higher College of Technology. I graduated in 2012. So I work in as a senior charge technician in Ministry of Health, which was my role: health and safety standard auditor, clearance of export and import permission, inspection of medical and pharmaceutical firms. It was short journey, but I learned a lot. Then I moved to work in Dubai municipality, which is a government organization. I hold a pharmacist position in the Dubai Municipality Clinic, which I practice clinical pharmacy, which I provide direct patient care that optimize the use of medical and promote health, wellness, and disease prevention for the patient from Dubai Municipality employee. Then I promoted to senior pharmacist here, where I start to work more in the management field and more in the office work. So my job role involved around supervising the operation of pharmacy, dispensary, supervising pharmacists, support staff, assisting in monitoring and controlling medicine in the pharmacy, medicine quality improvement program, and responsible of purchasing medicine with the supply chain and process, and doing like a project and initiative regarding pharmacy and camping to collect, for example, medicine for the need people. So I work a variety of work. Then while I'm working as a senior pharmacist, I uh, I continue my study, my master degree in quality of management in University of Wollongong. So then once I graduate from quality of management, I apply for internal vacancy here in Dubai municipality. I apply for head of quality office, and alhamdulillah, I passed through. Then I work more with the KPIs, with the planning, with the yearly program planning, with the process drawing, process and methodology involvement and measurement of all the objective. And so it is deep into business and how the management works. Then I also apply for internal vacancy, which is the head of innovation unit. As you mentioned, Heba, before, the innovation is a unique sector, and it is not like there is a degree for innovation. The innovation open for everybody who have an open mind, who have the skills and the quality to lead the innovation. Then recently, I was the manager of innovation care and suggestion section. Now I am like 3 years in this position. And success achievement has been internationally recognized through multiple awards. That recently, the award I we gained was the organization-wide innovation award from New Zealand, which we get the first place in 2021.
So it's
And
like
also,
a rich pathway, Ohood, and varied. You started from starting
yeah,
jobs to clinical pharmacist to business
yeah,
to management to innovation. Looked like it's
yeah.
upgrading. It will take me with you to the next question. What will be the future dream? I think you finished most of them. So
Yeah,
Aisha, if you can,
but I like to give advice, as you mentioned before. What the
yes,
advice I
please.
can give my colleague and fellow student? There is three main focus area to reach such achievement.
Yes.
This achievement it wasn't in one day. It is the accumulative of years. So first thing to consider is the continuous learning. Keep a path for learning. Don't stop until graduation. يعني put for you a program to continue your learning and degrees. Also invest in opportunity and new skills. If there is a new work or a new field, you can get involved and work in this new opportunity and follow a respectable leadership because a respectable leadership empower their employee, empower their fellow colleague.
Yeah.
So these three main focus, I think it is
Yeah.
the most important.
Agree with you. The mentor part is very crucial. Having a good mentor is a plus. What about you, Aisha? How did you start? How was this challenging? How was your motivation to do this?
Yeah, similar to Uhud, I started as well in Ministry of Health, Drug Department, where I was part of the registration section and the importation section as well. I had rotated and GMP section and as well and the quality lab of the ministry. So this is the normal route of most of the
Yeah.
employees of who gets into that department where you need to rotate into those all sections and you need to be aware of all the aspect. And then I started my journey where we started to meet with the multinational company and we started to listen from their challenges in the market and how they are operating with other markets and how they like submitting their dossiers, the filing, what kind of initiative they are working with different markets. So that really caught my interest from the start, and I
You
always
find
kept
it more challenging?
sorry, yeah,
Did you find
definitely
it more
was.
challenging? Yeah.
Yeah. Private sectors definitely. So I was like leaning toward the challenges. I was like really, I was like because in the government you're a regulator, so you have your own role. You have your own role, laws and regulations where you apply it to
Yeah.
the and make the private sector follow. But however, I mean the aspect of understanding what's happening in the other side. This is where most of the government have that gap. So
Yeah.
for me, I found it challenging to apply to the role that by coincidence I found it in J&J, and I directly enrolled in it, and I was lucky to be part of or be accepted to that role. So I started as scientific office manager. I was the first Emirati to join actually J&J, and I was the first Emirati to be nominated as scientific office manager. So then I started my career in the private sector where I've been part of regulatory affairs. So I led the oncology hematology therapeutic area for GCC. So that was a really tough challenge, submitting the dossier to the health authority. And, and I remember there was a session before our session, the speaker, she was talking about the challenges of submitting a new molecules to the
Yeah.
government and take their endorsement that this is coming. This is where we would like to invest our time in the in the country, and etc. So this is where I started my challenge. So I started with Ministry of Health in UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, even Saudi, the Saudi FDA. I've been in challenge and struggling with them, and still till this time. I mean, I'm still working toward the other challenges that I've been assigned with. So then I moved from regulatory affairs to government affairs, because that's actually came from the company, where they see me fit to be more external an external engagement, because of the skills that we have, and this is the skills that we acquired from SCTs.
Yeah.
One of the skills is public skill speaking. So this is where I started my journey as a government affairs manager for Middle East, where we unlock the challenges and further explore possible collaboration, whether it's around campaigns, whether it's around clinical trials, whether it's around data mining, where it's around other different. There's a lot of aspects, real world evidence. It's coming, personalized medicine. This is where I'm exploring with the government
Yeah.
here locally and
Currently
Middle
booming.
East level. Yes, it's definitely challenging, because before you go into the depth of, like, for example, real world evidence and personalized medicine, you need to share the awareness. You need to make the authority understand what does it mean personalized medicine, what does it mean real world evidence, how they can put it in their regulation, what will it help
Yeah.
with them, how they can put it in their insurance policies, how they can these kind of challenges. And again, part of as well what I'm doing is policy shaping. So I'm a part of the local associations here. So for example, we have Pharmac, we have Micomed and MINAP. I'm part of all those working groups, and we have like task forces, and we have a certain agenda where we communicate with the government and again the private stakeholders, to accomplish those collaborative efforts and challenges that we have. Definitely, there's ups and downs. It's not like
Yeah,
it's
so
a straight
Aisha,
line.
I'm quite sure. Yeah, it seems for me you have a lot on your plate, mashallah. But
It's
as Ohood helped us and give us like some advices, or in a nutshell كده, can you give me like a main learned lessons during all this career pathway? What is the major lesson or two lessons in a nutshell for audience?
For me, two things I would like the audience to really be engaged with. So first, be aware of your surrounding. Be aware of the changes that is happening in the country that you're leading, or the country that you are supervising on. Understand what are the challenges, and reflect it back with your mentorship team, with your seniors. Check how you can plan it as a next step, because not everything that has already been mentioned in the market can be applied this timing. You need to like time it very well, when you can discuss it, when, where, and how we can discuss it. So for me, it's definitely be aware of your surroundings, whether it's from the private, from the news, from internal insight that you have. Be aware of the changes that is happening with your stakeholders. This is very important. From motivation perspective, and Ohood and you discuss it as having a mentor. That's definitely needed for your career progression. You need to have someone really senior that can back you up, where you can, whenever you feel down, whenever you feel like unmotivated anymore, which is definitely happens across your journey. So you need to have that mentor that speak up to you and guide you whenever you feel uncertainty about your progression.
Thank you so much, Aisha and Ahood. I think this was like a condensed talk about your field and your challenges. I instead of opening another point of discussion, I can just open the floor for questions so that we hear from the other side. So one of the questions are for Ahood and also Aisha. Is this roles in the government sector, are they open for non-Emirati, or they have to be Emirati? This is a question
Uh,
from.
yeah, in the government, there is role for non-Emirati and Emirati, but mostly the managerial level, it focus on Emirati. For example, the section head, department head, it is for Emirati.
Yeah, so there is an optional, but the higher level is having a preference Emirates, but they can knock the door for the other levels of career.
For example, the other level which I was in, the pharmacist, the senior pharmacist, for example, the quality office, all it was for also non-Emirati. We have variety of nationality in Dubai municipality.
Yes, yes. So talking about education, if you remember when we said, did your education prepared you well for your career or not? So for fresh graduates who just come out of the college with no experience except any volunteering or side work they did throughout their undergraduate journey, do you think what pathway can they start? Is the market open now for these fresh graduates, or they need to upskill themselves, or how can they start smoothly? If you think, Aisha or Ahood, any of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, sure. I can cover this question. So now so I will for private sector is open for local non-locals. And it's more for non-locals because of the experience, because of the background that they have, and from the region that they are coming. So definitely, it's more for non-locals, and it is vary from different position, from junior level to mid level to senior level, depending on your experience, depending on your background, depending on your qualifications. That's definitely an open market for everyone to join. When it comes to locals, now with the new regulations came out from the country rulers, which is part of the year 50 laws, which is having more locals into the private sectors. Now the private sector will start to implement those kind of localization or amortization programs to more attract for local pharmacists and even different other majors to have them. I'm speaking about the healthcare sector here, but the different sectors it's open up to anyone to join at certain point. But definitely for the locals. For locals, I mean, in the private sector, like I did myself, we need to start as well from the junior level, and then we start to build our career. And definitely, I mean, the beauty of the private sector, they give you space to develop yourself. This is actually part of your goals, objective, actually, annually, where you need to spend time to access those training that the company is providing, and further find your gaps and find your weakness, so you can invest in strengthen those kind of weakness.
Yeah, perfect.
Also to
Ahood,
add
I have a
what
question here
Aisha,
about.
yeah, to add what
Sorry,
Aisha said regarding the experience.
I'm giving you a question, Ahood. There is
Okay,
a
because
question
I
here
have
for
a
you,
point
from the
regarding
crowd.
that, because most of the
Yes.
students, they put the experience as a challenge, a big
Yeah.
challenge in front of them, but it is not a challenge if you see it as opportunity, because experience you can gain it from skills building, you can gain it from training in other organizations. For example, in Dubai municipality, we have training program for fresh graduate or even
Yeah.
student in college and university.
Yeah, I think
So
Aisha also
don't
in
put it
Johnson, you
as,
have
yeah.
a plan to have an internship training program also. I think the market needs personalities, needs flexibility, people who are ready to learn,
And
discover,
skills.
and have this kind of adventure to learn new things. More than the experience, as you said, Ahoud, it will come. But to start, you
Yeah.
need this kind of being adventurous and ready to learn and flexible to your surrounding, to your market. I think after COVID, especially, flexibility is a key. Yani how you are flexible with your surroundings. This is a key point for a success, I believe. Ahoud, there is a question here about how cosmetic industry in UAE, يعني how UAE lead in this term of pharmaceuticals is fine, but now the cosmetic industry is as well. It's now booming. We have like lots of private section or even personal business doing cosmetics. How this, Ahoud and Aisha, how this is mentored or how this is controlled in UAE? Any idea? And is there any
Uh,
innovation in this aspect?
yeah, I think the cosmetics is, if you want to ask about the regulatory part or the how it's like giving acceptance to enter the country. I think we have the central laboratory in Dubai municipality. They focus on testing this equipment, testing this product, and if it is according to the criteria and level of the market and the level of the regulation policies regarding this product. And I think Aisha, she have more knowledge regarding this.
Yeah, and if Aisha, I have a question. If even this kind of a small business, a startup, like a cosmetics product line, a startup thing, it is possible to have a glimpse on how with the registration and thing working on cosmetics?
Yeah. So again, so for consumer or like for cosmetic business, it's under municipality. It's not regulated through Ministry of Health unless it's a medicated product used for medicated person. Yeah, use it for treatment purposes. So for those cosmetics, there is a website for municipality, and there is safety and regulation page where the audience can go there. There's a set of regulations, laws already established where you need to have a look at it, and you need to find your category where this within this category or not. If not, then there's an application where you need to fill to inquire about your classification of your product. So first of all, classification. Once the classification is done, then you can take further steps on how you can check with the concerned department how it's registered and marketed. But it's becoming very simpler. I've been in a task force where we worked with the department to simplify the registration process. I'm not sure if it has been implemented yet, but it is way simplified than before for cosmetics especially.
Yeah. I love this question, and I will take it in another way. It's asking about how we can find a mentor. So I'll take it in another way. Did you find a mentor, Aisha?
Yes, I too have actually two mentors. We have
Okay. How did you find a good mentor?
I have from company perspective, we have the mentorship program. So I enrolled in it. It's an optional thing that you need to do. Most of the companies, they have it. So I enrolled in it. I have a mentor which have a totally different background than mine. That was my objective. I need someone who's totally outside of my scope. So my mentor is actually a lawyer, so totally different background, and she's handling a different region. So we can communicate and focus on personal development and not
And how did you find this is the one? This is a good mentor for me.
So so again, as I like to mention, there is the company process and then the personal one. Let me tell you about the personal one, how I did pick my mentor at my personal level. So I was engaged in multiple meetings, and I was came across this amazing lady from an insurance company, and she's like she's amazing. What I did, I WhatsApp her like from nowhere. This is what I did. I WhatsApp her. I told her, I feel that you're an amazing lady. You're very accomplished. You're very career oriented, and I'm really lucky to know you and happy to know you. And I would like to carry our discussion to be a mentorship level discussion. And she was positively agreeing to that as well. And we have like a almost a monthly meetup where we discuss our concern. Again, it's like a two-way thing again.
It's lovely, Aisha, point you mentioned that not necessarily you can have multiple mentors, and one of them is kind of like a personal mentor, nothing related to work or scientific aspects. It could be you need this personal mentor, by the way, in life. Who did you find a good mentor?
As you mentioned, Heba, a mentor shouldn't be a one person because you want to gain the best skills from everybody. So where do you find a mentor? You can find them in a setting like today, in conferences, and where you find the great-minded, where you find the people who dedicate themselves to give you information, to share knowledge with you. This is the type of mentor you are looking for. So by participating in conference, by participating, for example, and now you have a great opportunity in also in Expo. They have many sessions they conduct in like session to build the business, how to contribute with the other country. So the mentor shouldn't be in your surrounding. If you find a mentor in other country, there is no problem. If you,
Yeah.
especially now, after COVID, there is many possibility, many opportunity to learn and gain knowledge and information from all people around the world, and there is many platform you can learn from it. So
Yeah.
a mentor is something important, but you can find it in a right place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heba,
It
just
needs
to
time.
yes, sorry. It's a very interesting topic. So there is as well, there is certain, definitely there is task forces, there is organization that's lead those kind of mentorship program for free. So you need to find the right one, the suitable one. It should not be the one in UAE. You can find someone across the region. So again, it's for the purpose of yourself, what you would like to achieve at the end. If it's your part
Yeah.
of that, if that group is going to achieve your or going to support you in a way, then that definitely. But definitely one of the things that I would like advise our audience here today: don't be shy. I think what stop us is being shy. So I think be active, approach those senior level of people in your conferences, in your virtual calls, on your daily meetups. Don't be shy, reach out to them, try to connect them with them more, and again ask them. It's no harm if they say no. That as
Yeah.
well is not
No
something.
harm. True,
Yeah.
true. So, for the sake of time, ladies, it was very interesting, and I think we need to like have a confidence in our skills and our what we have, even we are just a fresh graduate. And this is what we are talking about even now in education. It's not only the courses, it's not only the marks, it's a soft skills, uh, or the new generation skills that we are trying to implement in the curriculum now. Added to you, Ahood, we have like an innovation courses now embedded in the pharmacy curriculum. It was not on my age, and I don't know if you managed to have it or not. I'm not too old, but it wasn't there. And lots of things about marketing. We are trying to enrich the curriculum so that we can help you people when you graduate. You don't feel that you are away behind. But as Ahood and Aisha said, it's a non-stopping learning journey. You have to keep learning. Now everywhere there is a CME, CPD, and it is required. This is how you upgrade your skills and qualifications. Having face the challenge. It's very nice and interesting. Life without challenge, I think it will be boring. We are ready for the challenge. Be flexible. Try to find a mentor. By the way, it's not that easy to find, honestly speaking, but lucky who have. But it needs effort. See people, interact, and you need to find not only an expert, but people who are willing to give you the most precious thing on earth, give you their time. So hopefully everyone have and choose a career path, challenging, nice, successful one, and never stop. And you can, what nice about pharmacy, it's diverse. You can go and explore several fields of work, and from one point to one point, maybe Aisha after 2 years we'll find her working somewhere else, a totally different field. Ahood as well.
But to add on your point regarding the path, there is a new path. I think nobody know about it. That the pharmacist can يعني, get an opportunity in it. It is the intellectual property and patent registration. This very new field, and there is يعني, they demand this type of expert and graduate regarding the patent. For example, if you are a pharmacist, you can continue and continue your learning to learn about intellectual properties, how to register intellectual property. Then you can work with the Ministry of Economy, and you can work with the offices, intellectual property offices. Also, you can continue your learning in also another field that regarding the patent, because all medicine are patent. If
Yeah.
you even the
Yeah.
new medicine.
Nice, nice opportunity. Dubai, I have here Dubai municipality. Do they offer specific courses? Are they offered courses if people wants to have course there?
Yearly we
Training.
accept training. but they should contact the human resources and Dubai municipality to give them the schedule and what is the path that they need to
Perfect. So,
follow.
Ahood, if we
But
can also
we
share
have,
this link or something, so we can share it with our audience. The link for Dubai municipality resources, if they have can share the schedule of training or courses,
yeah,
if possible.
they can contact the information info@dm.gov and they will guide them regarding the
Perfect.
process.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I was really happy with being with you today, with everyone. Rafa, do we have you? Hello.
Yes, hi.
We missed you, Rafa.
Me too. I enjoyed a lot the session. It really shines positive energy and looking forward having such amazing career. Really, we enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it a lot, and I believe the audience has shared a lot of questions, so
We are
they
sorry if we
definitely
skip
enjoyed
some,
it.
but the time is really running. And Rafa, if you have other further question related to the education and what their expectation about the how do they learn better to be prepared for work, please share it with me.
Sure.
We are changing the pharmacy education in the country and everywhere, by the way. So this feedback is really helpful. We'll take it into consideration.
Sure. We will collect all the questions that we will have, and we will send to you, and then we will send back to the audience.
Perfect.
Thank you for this opportunity, and we are so glad to have you. I hope you a very nice day.
Thank you so
Stay
much.
blessed.
Thank you,
Thank you
Aisha.
for
Thank
this
you, Ahood.
opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you.
very
Thank you.
much,
Thank you
Asha.
for the amazing opportunity. Good
Thank
luck.
you so much.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Have a great
Bye.
day. Bye.
You too. Bye.